Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Sierra Nevada. This has been out for a while, I believe it's been over a year, but I haven't found it fresh. I don't think I even found it. Weird enough. So finally hit my marker fresh. This is nice. 6 weeks fresh. 6 weeks fresh, I'll take it. Yeah. This is a Atomic Torpedo. So this is their imperial version of Torpedo IPA. The hops are Centennial, Cascade, Magnum. They're bittering hop, and then there's Mosaic in there, which is not a normal hop for Sierra Nevada. So a little spice in there, and then 9.2%, and then it's actually 50 IBUs. If you guys are like beer geeks or whatever, 50 IBUs for 9% double IPA is very low, especially from Sierra Nevada. Like, which Torpedo in my mind is like, market wise, if I could go on the shelf and find you the most bitter IPA I could find, I'd probably reach for Torpedo. Like, So 50 IBUs. By the way, that beer is probably, geez, I'd probably have to look it up. I would have guessed that beer is probably like, for a single IPA, like, at least perception. Again, first off, IBUs don't really mean anything. That's one rule. You'd want me to do a video, post in the comments below. But how about this? If I had to guess what IBUs that beer tastes like, I would guess like for a single IPA, that beer way better, like 70 IBUs. So they're not 50 on this guy. Then again, this is a new recipe. So like this is post haze. Like Torpedo's an old recipe. This is post haze. But obviously not hazy beer. Hops, or malts. It's two-row and honey. So there's actually no caramel crystal malts in here. Just honey malt, which is in pushing towards that, but we'll see. So the beer comes in obviously clarified, beautiful clear beer. Comes in a deep gold color, wonderful, pretty white hat on that. This was pretty nice. Sweet malts, a little bit of biscuit, a good amount of biscuit, pine, grapefruit peel, just classic IPA characteristics. Clean, elegant, just this nice smelling Sierra Nevada beer. Sometimes you get these weird kind of hop notes on IPAs, but yeah, it smells like hops. It's just myrcene, a little bit of dankness, pine, not very fruity, but dank and piney for days. Maybe a little strawberry in there. Cheers. Nice. I don't have this very cold. Yeah. Big beer. It's been a while. This beer sort of reminds me of Hop Bullet, which is a super dangerous double IPA that they produce, and actually haven't reviewed their new edition, which is called what was it called? It's a Hop Bullet Magnum, which seems cool, like for your gun lovers and all that cool stuff. But Magnum's actually not a very interesting hop. It's very it's mostly just a bittering hop. So, but a good name, right? And, it's a strong name. But anyway, clean. Wow, clean. Sierra Nevada. Up front, pine, citrus, a lot of grapefruit. Classic. This is. Full blind, I would never guess that Mosaic was in here. It would just been Cascade Centennial. Makes sense. Grapefruit peel, fleshy grapefruit, resin, and it makes sense. Now wait more. Torpedo easily has to be way more bitter than this. This is a 50 IBU beer. Honestly, I wish they just made a bigger version of Torpedo. This beer really lacks bitterness. It doesn't have that like oomph on the back end. It really like washes out like you want a full roller coaster ride, and imagine like, how do you describe it? Well, let's try again. Yeah, okay. So that's, I thought about. So if you've ever taken a roller coaster, there's sort of the experience that they're trying to create, right? There's like some like hype things that come, like, and then there's always that, and then the big one comes. This one doesn't have that. There's all that, and it goes, and then it just goes, instead of like, right? Like the bitterness really needs to explode on this beer. Like you're talking about West Coast IPA, you're talking about Sierra Nevada, you're talking about beers that have classic familiar bitterness, specifically Torpedo, Celebration. This beer at 9%, I feel is less bitter than probably even Celebration and Torpedo, which are like 2% ABV lower. Yeah, so they really made a, more accessible beer. This probably is something that they reached for in trying to replicate the market for Voodoo Ranger IPA, Imperial Voodoo Ranger IPA. This beer is honestly a little bit better, but in that range. Big alcohol flavor. There's, well, not in a bad way, but like it offers this sweetness. So alcohol is not only like ethanol in the sense that like there's burning and like vodka, right? The alcohol actually does offer sweetness and texture and mouthfeel. It's a really nice beer. I like it. Piney, classic, grassy, not grassy, resin pine. Grapefruity. And you get that like saturation hop flavor, which is great. And then you want like bitterness, like again, it's that roller coaster. It's taking that ride of that roller coaster, and instead of going all the way down, it just goes right, and it coasts instead of like boom. Like you really want that hit, and so it's lacking, and that's really weird about the beer. It's a very weird beer for that reason. I don't know. Maybe that's what the new market wants. Huge alcohol, huge hops, a little bit lower in bitterness. And as you drink it, the alcohol warms down, so the alcohol is definitely there. Does the same thing that Voodoo Imperial Ranger does. I like this as a package. I think I might like it more than that beer. I'm not quite sure. I think they're very close. That'd be a great side-by-side. Yeah, that'd be a great side-by-side. Oh, we didn't talk about malt. I smell the malt. A really nice kind of like biscuity malt in the middle, a little bit of sweetness. The alcohol plays well with that kind of like light honey malt character, but it doesn't have that like rich, saturated kind of like caramel malt character that Torpedo, especially Celebration, which is really caramel malt forward. So it's pretty lean, lacking in bitterness, but hoppy. So if you like that, go ahead. If you like the high alcohol, high hops, lighter malt, lighter bitterness, boom. I prefer, hit me, give it all. Like the fact that Spear doesn't really have the bitterness is very weird for me. So it is dangerous though. Like I'm drinking it very fast. Like that's all that's left. Yeah, so very dangerous beer. This would definitely be at least an A to A plus beer if it really had that full saturation, the bitterness, all that good stuff. But in my mind, it really needs to sit somewhere around the A minus range. So it's not a total package. Like it's very good beer, but like right on the edge, this beer gets a solid 93. Clean beer from Sierra Nevada. 93 is a fantastic rating. But you guys posted comps below. Even Sierra Nevada, it gets a little bit influence from the new age kind of stuff going on. It's not hazy, but it's still doing the thing that like everybody sort of like wants these days, like less malt, less bitterness, but give me the booze. I'm all about it. Until next time, guys, cheers. I think this beer could have sat at like 8.5 and done a better job and push more bitterness. That would be ideal for me. Until next time, 93 later.